Okay, so I'm starting episode 3, a little rogue here. I'm gonna preface sort of the part 2 of my conversation with Jen from the previous week because there was some good stuff in it that I knew would be really relevant for episode 3. And I really wanted to sort of break down some things that are showing up for me. And one of the things is like sort of the thematics that are naturally occurring, which I love. I love this idea that as I'm moving through, I'm being led by pickleball. Um, but what's showing up is like it's life, it's life lessons. It's the opportunities to heal, it's the opportunity to grow, it's the opportunity to create new habits and walk through life differently. That's what this is all about for me. I want to get better at being me in ways that feels really good, and um have acceptance and grace and but also move through stuff. So, saying that, I just wanted to sort of go back, and what I've recognized is that the first week or so was really about patience in my game, and then that sprinkled out into my life, and then I stepped into power. Really having and harnessing power when I'm on the court and standing in my power. And so that started to like ripple out into my life. And as I'm going into this next phase, it's going to be about communication. And it will probably stay with me through this whole 90-day period because communication is such a big part of it's a part of my game. It's a part of obviously relationships. It's a part of everything in life is to be a better communicator. And so I just wanted to bring that up in this episode 3, that these themes that are going to be sort of emerging and me sharing how they're showing up in my life. And so this next episode will be a lot about power and communication. But this episode is really, looking at, definitely looking at some harnessing some power. That this game that I share about, that's really kind of cool, and also processing all of this and processing how it's shaping me and shifting me. 3 weeks in. So, hope you enjoy the episode. And all it took was just one intentional thought that then led to another, led to another, led to another, and then taking action on it. And here I am, and now, like, okay, I drilled yesterday. I'm like, okay, that was really good. That was like we got to work some stuff out, and I'm going to play today, and I'm using the PB Vision app that is awesome, and it's giving me like what's my accuracy score, what's my like footprint on the court, how am I, and whoever I'm playing with gets to have all of those resources too, and so I get to share that as well. And there's just something about, for me, taking a step towards, like, I got to this place and I want to push through this. I want to like move through something. I want to create more. And I'm just so grateful that I have all these tools, and I'm so grateful that we can have this dialogue, to work through this, to to get to, I say this all the time on the court, like, reset, reset. The second I'm like, oh, wow, I'm going down the hole. And I'm like, oh no, it's done. Like, I'm so quick to call something within myself. Like, it's over. I can't do it. Which is really meeting a part of me that didn't know how deep this was. I didn't think this of myself. So it's real. I think that's definitely part of this pull, is because this part that I'm meeting of me that is so quick to abandon me and just like, it's like, wow. It's pretty profound. So I'm in it, you know, I'm staying in it, and I'm wanting to move through it. And I'm so grateful to know, to surround myself with, to have conversation with people that I'm honest. I'm always, they're just like, wow, you just say, I'm like, yeah, I say it all the thoughts, all the feelings, because I'm here for my life lessons too. I'm like, yeah, I want to be better, but I want to be better for me and how I love me, how I show up for me, how I treat myself. Um, because I really didn't know how much I could just kind of cut and run with me. Does that make sense? I mean, I feel like I just tapped some. I mean, I definitely tapped something that's like super core and real about this journey. I don't know what to do with it except just to be with it and to keep playing and keep surrounding myself with people who I feel safe with.
Yeah, I think there's just so much about being able to process and move the energy through your body, recognize that, see what you do want to do with it, say hi to it when it appears. What I absolutely love about my workouts is when I want to quit or get out of it or stop early or come up with some excuse. And then it's like, yeah, that's not going to help me get through an email later today that I don't want to do. That's not going to help me figure out the links that aren't working on the website that are wherever. And when we have somebody to process it with as well, or the safe space that you've created in yourself so that you can show up on the court as your whole self to continue to figure out who you are, that's the gift, I really believe. So we have so many people coming at us all the time, telling us what to do, how to show up, what to like, that we don't get to hear ourselves. We don't get to tap into what it is that we really want. And that's what you're creating for yourself. And when are you going to cut and run is not just there, it's everywhere, right? Where are all the
Yeah.
places that you're going to be like, I'm out?
Yeah. 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 And you know, just the whole element of playing with someone and like, I'm gonna go away before you reject me. I'm just gonna, you know, and to have people now that are like, come on. And I'm like, really? Did you just see what I did?
Let's go.
It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, but I do a huge win. Huge win for me. I had the best game I think I've ever played. Definitely Jackie and I's best game we've ever played together. Jackie's just
Okay.
on fire all the time. She's this like just she doesn't back down to anything or anyone, or and I really enjoy playing with her. And we were just sort of the last ones there one day after playing many hours, and there were just four of us, and so Tara, who's a really amazing player, and Jen, who's has a arm of just don't pop up the ball to her because you'll be punished. Um, and so we were just sort of doing a round robin, and it got to the point where Jen and Tara were going to play together. And I was like, okay. Like Jackie just is like, yeah, of course. I'm like, we're gonna get killed. But she doesn't process that way. She's just like, let's go. This is good. This is good for us, you know. This is a good thing. And so we're getting on the court, and Jackie looks at me and she's like, how about we just give it everything we have? And I was like, it's fascinating in that moment. Like I let go of, like, because I mean, what do we have to lose? We're up, we're going up a steep climb, and you know, and but it was just something happened. I wish I could tap more into the what happened. Because it's happened before, but not to this extent in this situation. And I go to serve, and it was like I embodied all the things that I know to do and showed up completely wholly, like as a great partner. Like we complemented each other. We played really well together. We both were just like bringing it. And I felt it. Like I knew it's happening. Like I'm in this moment and I'm just showing up wholly, fully me. And we didn't win, but we were ahead for a lot of the game, and it went 10-12, and it was just it was it was so much more than that game because it really showed me what I can be. It showed me who I can be. It showed me, you know, Jackie and I just looked at each other and we were like, everybody watching was like, you know, and I knew it, and it's just it it showed me something. It revealed something, and it's like it's elusive. It's like, oh, how do I be that? How do I get that? You know, which is so interesting because it's like I am that. I am that. Why do I think I am not? You know, why do I? Um,
Well, do you think that you're not, or have you just practiced the not more than you practice the other? So I don't think you would go if you didn't think you were that.
yeah, I probably have practiced the not. I mean, I've definitely been submissive, you know, in my demeanor, in my like, oh, you know, the whole way I started. I've always played with people who were always better. I always put myself in situations that, um, you know, I love these girls, and I'm always like, ah, you know. And so probably within that, like I submitted or I gave over, you know, the thing I felt most was my power. The thing I felt most was my power and ability to like harness and focus and see everything, you know, because there's something about just being able to see. You know, I know playing volleyball, like for you, like you, the difference between seeing an opening and not, you know, just not even seeing anything on the other side, but just like, oh, okay, this is how
And
it's
you,
playing. I can see the
you
pattern.
named that you served first too.
Say again?
Did I hear you say you served first too?
Yeah, I
So,
think so.
so you
Either
had
I
some
serve first or I just remember because that always is a thing too. If
how you,
I serve and score, there's something that, you know, I feel like,
yeah,
okay,
totally different charge.
totally different charge.
So you had an intention, somebody, a strong partner, strong field on the other side. So you knew what you were up against and let's go all in, basically. And then whatever synergy came out of that first serve, whether it was your side or you receiving or however it went, continued to spark. And it's a fascinating energy because when we play teams that are better than us and we level up, when we play teams that are worse than us, often we totally fall apart. Or one or two people on the team will, and then that like just starts to shift. the energy to a different place. And then the self-talk happens or the external talk happens. And then one person shifts and changes how their dialogue is with everyone else. I don't know. I find it so fascinating. But yeah,
Love that.
you're in the field of all possibilities when you have that spark, right? So no wonder you can see the court, you can feel, you're tapping into your intuition and your full being, that you're able to see things even before they happen. I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm like, how did I even hit that or do that? Or because
My
it wasn't
body knows.
intentionally, it was just that I was just in
Yeah.
full, like perfect
Full
motion.
flow. Full flow. Like full just I've I've done this motion. I know this action. I've spent hours like it's a job, right? So then all of the mechanics are there, and it's like being able to be completely present and, because there's like I said, I mean, I'm like I'm kidding, but I'm kind of like it can be a problem for me like when I am, because it is also a place where I feel a lot of love and support and community. And when I am tapped into that, like that's just sort of like I'm just sort of lifted off the ground, and I'm literally not grounded in a way, but I'm like, oh, I just want to. And so that's like one place. And then there's like me. Okay, I'm here. And then there's the part where I'm spiraling, and I can't harness the energy is elusive, and I'm ready to, like, okay, I can never play again. You know? So there's these different possibilities of what show up in that moment. And when I have that first serve, and if I get it, the difference is so true. I mean, hitting the net or not getting that first, or not getting that first return right off the bat can mean something, which is my downfall, because it's like, well, it absolutely doesn't have to mean anything. Like my question, or my to myself, or my, how do I find the playful energy of being able to like play in this energy of like, okay, this is this particular cocktail recipe. This is this particular four people on the court. This is my partner. And like, what can we cook up? How do we play in this? And be in a more playful place, but not like the playful, I'm in my heart, I can't touch the ground place, but more of a playful, grounded, like, ooh, what's here? How do I create in this space with all the tools that I have and ways of, I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I just losing the plot?
Totally makes sense.
Do you have anything that you want to add for you personally, like that you're adding to it, or that you're maybe focusing differently, or,
Something that I love that you said earlier is doing these things for the long game, something to that effect.
yeah.
And that is, I feel like, really my intention for my life at this moment in time. There's a new energy around it for everything. Like I'm having so much fun getting to see the digital shifts and changes on my desktop and the feel of paper and excitement around it, and instead of resistance and and even just doing one thing to feel like I've moved the needle forward in the day. And then later I'm like, oh, done 5 or 10 of them. So yeah, feel like I'm grateful to have the day-to-day check-in, and I'm also grateful for the long game, truly the long game. Because we have weddings, we have trips, we have all kinds of things that come into play. And another thing that we talk about in coaching is rapid discovery, rapid recovery. So how quickly can we recognize where we are, like you're talking about with food this week, and go, oh, I'm going to bring a lunch. So clear. And you might not do it the next time, but you're going to be more aware of it that time when you show up at the court. I don't know what you call the place. I was about to say gym, wherever you're going.
ABC.
Um, so when it's ready, it will align and it will come into you to play. And if it falls off, that's perfect. Then you get back on.
Yeah.
Keep it on.
Yeah, I always like I have this visual of like just getting off my center and I'm like on a dusty gravel road. It's like how long do I go off and then how long does it take me to get back, to that just like okay. Got it. I am let me just bring myself back. Okay. Let me go sit in meditation. Let me go just for a walk. Let me, just whatever the tool is to just stop the thing that's getting me further away from me. So I really relate to that. Um, and I'm, I am too, just like my nightly, message to you and our just check-ins and our texts. And it's just such a nice, just touch tone of like, okay, like I'm here, you're here. Okay. All right. We have some focus and intention in our lives right now. And we just want to like put that little light out that like, okay, I'm here too. Um, and I want to stay curious and I want to stay open to what else wants to show up on this journey and how I can navigate it and how I can show up for me and how I can pivot if I need a pivot. Um, yeah, like really, how do I just keep chipping away at the things that don't serve me anymore? Just because it's just because I do something a certain way, I don't want to be stuck to doing it a certain way. That makes sense. I want to be open to what's the best way for me now, like what feels good. I'm looking at my desk and I'm like, okay, it can feel, I know it can feel better. And I did some things, my dailies, like I appreciate them and I hate them sometimes. Um, because I set myself up to do something that I say I'm gonna do, and either I have the space for it or I don't. That's another one where it's like, what was I even thinking? I am jammed up against the wall. Like I don't have time to do this today. And then going, it's okay. You can do it tomorrow. But that I'm just putting attention on things. So with that said, it's like one of the things is like I got some cool like things to put my binders, for my desk, and it looks and feels in a way that feels good to me. And I'm like, oh, what a win. And now I'm like, okay, well now I can, there's a couple other things I can do to just keep creating that space and giving myself the grace to do it in a way that doesn't have me jammed up against the wall and it's got to look this way and be this way. It's just, again, it's that long game. And if I can look back and go, wow, look at that. That feels really good. Look at that. That feels really good. This feels really good, you know, um, then then this is good. And no matter what, this is good. This is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for Project 90, and I'm grateful for you.
Grateful for you too, sister.
Well, we can end this episode and call it.